Hello and welcome. Today's video, I think it's going to be about the best thing that I've ever said in all this idea of recording videos every day. Now, this is a map of the world. I have seen that a lot of people have a problem with identifying where they are in this globe, and that happens mostly in Nigeria and particularly in the southeastern part of Nigeria. So I'm going to take you to a journey of how to identify yourself, and I've titled this video "Who We Are and Where We Are." Who exactly are we, and where should we say we all come from? If you don't have a history, you are lost in the future. Absolutely no doubt about it. Now let's go further. I have said in previous video that there are only two ways you can describe yourself. You are either in the northern hemisphere of a globe or in the southern hemisphere. And then if we go further, you can see that the hemisphere is divided by an equator. The word equator simply means equal. When two things are divided in the same proportion, it is usually divided by an equator. That is when you are referring to a compass. Now, I've said this thing before. I think this is about the third time I'm saying this. But it's like each time we say it, some people still want to get themselves confused because of perhaps some very mischievous reasons that they want to adduce to themselves. Because what it is what it is. So let's go further. In any compass, you have 4 major quadrants. It is only when you want to describe a place inside a quadrant you begin to have north-northeast or north-northwest or south-southwest or south-southeast. But basically you have 4 major quadrants, and that is the only place where you can describe something, either northwest, northeast, southwest or southeast. Any other description outside these 4 quadrants is pure geographical mischief. And it's not acceptable in any compass at all. Period. Anybody that is going to say, no, I am south-south. There is no south-south or middle or Niger Delta or middle belt or Midwest here. We don't have that. For goodness sake, where did these coinages emanated from? Now, this is northwest, northeast, southwest, southeast. Those, and don't forget, remember, I colored the top part blue and the down part red, just to say that you can only have southwest and southeast in the southern hemisphere and then northwest and northeast in the northern hemisphere. So let's go ahead. Now, the problem of Nigeria came at the point of amalgamation. And believe me, the problem is not the northerners. It is the people from the southern protectorate. And I'm going to prove that as we progress in this lecture. It is the southern protectorate that have put themselves in the problem that we have today. Now, this was the southern protectorate. And the reason why the British carved out this was because a lot of the wealth that we have in Nigeria was in this. Please, viewers, if you are not seeing my face, don't worry. The purpose of this video is not for you to see my face. I want your concentration to be on the screen where my illustration is coming, where I'm doing my illustration. That is far more important than my face appearing here. So we have the southern protectorate and then the northern protectorate. Now, Lord Lugard, for simple administrative convenience, decided that they should merge the two. Now, before the merging of the southern protectorate as a component was in the south. The northern protectorate as a component was a south. But at the point where it was, now this is exactly where the problem, the root cause of Nigeria is. At the point where they merged northern Nigeria and the southern protectorate, the geographical composition changed. The geographical composition changed, and the mistake everybody did right from the creation of Nigeria in 1960 was to think that the northern protectorate as it is merged to the south continuously remain as north. No, sir, that is absolutely wrong, and that is where we are getting problem. The point at which the northern region merged with the southern protectorate, the whole of Nigeria became a single component, a single entity, and therefore we will now have a northern hemisphere and a southern hemisphere, just as we have in the globe, in the distribution of the globe. So the southern hemisphere will be part of this north that has merged with the southern protectorate to form the southern protectorate, and part of the north that is still within the north to form the northern protectorate. And this is the whole of this part. This is the same equator that divides Nigeria into two. So whatever is at the top of this red line is north, and whatever is at the bottom of this red line is south. Now, I want to tell you that even the caliphate knows what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is not exactly new. They know it. It is we from the southern protectorate, for some selfish primordial reasons, that we just want to stubbornly refuse to accept the fact that we know too much. But most of our knowledge is how to get something for us, something for just me, something for me and my family alone. And therefore, what happens outside is none of our concern. That's exactly what has kept us in the slavery that we find in the Nigeria we have today. So let's go further. Now, the very time the northern region merged with the southern protectorate, the north seizes to now have the so-called land mass that they have. Part of the north now penetrated into a southern geographical description, giving the southern protectorate more land to be described as southern region. It's a simple geographical description anywhere in the world. That is the true description. Any other thing is false and mischievous and thievery. Now, sometime then the division started, and then they started dividing. I think it was Obasanjo there, but had divided Midwest. They carved out Midwest out of the Southwest. Now the Midwest till today is Edo and Delta. Then that makes the I see at this point of emergence, the whole of the people in the southern protectorate and the northern protectorate, it's like it's an unspoken agreement that since we have come together to form Nigeria, the land that you bring should continue to be north. Then the land that you bring should continue to be should continuously be referred to as south, which is wrong. That is not geography. That is Nigerian geography. World geography, that contravenes the study of geography worldwide by the great scholars that have invented this compass. So, according to the mischievous map description, then the southern protectorate has three regions. That's western region, midwestern region, eastern region. Then the northern region has just one region, irrespective of how big they thought the region was. And then look at what happened next. Watch what happened next. In the next region between 1967 and 1996, what happened? Because they saw that the southern protectorate had three regions, they created plenty states for them. They created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 states. 6, 7, sorry. 7 states. No, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 states. As against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now it's 6, 6. Because they felt they needed to have equal divisions with the same thing as the southern protectorate. But my concern is that I have marked the borderline of the former southern protectorate with red. My concern is that we started a journey with a false description. And in as much as we continuously hold on that false description, we will continue to have this problem that we have. Because they know that a coalition of the former southern protectorate with part of Benue State, part of northeastern state, and Kwara State and all of that, will create a balance of power, and that the caliphate will not want. Anything that steals away from the power advantage they currently enjoy, they will fight to stop it. Now let's go ahead. You can see now all these divisions really don't matter, because all the creation of states has always been about putting the north at an advantage. You can see 1, 2, 3 states were created 4 states were created in the northern region that was normal protectorate, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 states were created in the southern protectorate. Now let's go further again. Now, at this point, you could see Abuja. It's Abuja now, the emergence of Abuja. Now let me tell you something about Abuja, which clearly tells us that these people, they know exactly what they're doing. The argument was this. When Lagos was the capital of Nigeria, they said no, that the commercial advantage or economic advantage will only spread within the south, that the capital should be moved to the center of Abuja. Now, underline the word center. It's a valid argument, because if the capital is the center of Nigeria, commerce will spread evenly across all borders. It's a valid argument. But my quarrel now is this. If the caliphate now knows that this is the center of Nigeria, why are they referring to places like Kwara, Plateau, Gongola, Benue, Kwara, Plateau, Benue? That is Adeno as the north. Because by the equator that the caliphate gave us as the former, because they refer to the whole of the northern region as north. And then the point of intersection between the southern protectorate and the northern protectorate should have been somewhere between Bendel, the former Bendel, and Anambra. That is where this Abuja should have been. But because at this point that they needed Abuja, they now knew where the equator of Nigeria is. Because you can see, I deliberately, now how did I arrive at this equator, the dotted red line? I have a red line at the top of Nigeria, another red line at the top of Nigeria, and then I divided this thing into two. And you find out that this red line is now at the exact center point of Nigeria. So I was shocked when I now saw that Abuja now found its place exactly at the center of Nigeria. Which means they know that this is exactly the center of Nigeria. So why then, even you in the protectorate that you've been robbed of your description, you also agree that these people are northerners. And then those that were stolen from us, they too, they've been brainwashed to also believe that they are northerners, when in fact, they are southerners. So let's forge ahead. It's the same thing. More state creation, all favoring the north, whereas the south get less state. And because we are so, the southern people are so inclined to their ethnic convenience. Whenever the caliphate give them something that presumes that they've gotten something advantage and it is an advantage for that ethnicity alone, they get confidence. They get comfortable. Whatever happened outside their ethnic perspective, you know, I would call what we call the southern people suffer from what I call geographical myopia. They cannot see further than what geographical implication they put themselves by describing themselves in the name that the caliphate gave to them. South, South, Niger Delta, Midwest. For goodness sake, where did all these things emanate from? It emanated because the people who bear this name have a mischievous agenda of wanting to be by themselves. And that is happening because they are closer to the wealth of Nigeria, and they believe that the closer they are, the more minute they describe themselves, the more wealth that is in it for them to share. A wealth that is not in their control, by the way. So let's go ahead. Now, this is the era where we now have the mischievous 6th geopolitical zone. How on earth will you, what is, when they say geopolitical, the word geo means such coinages came from geography. Geopolitical, that's geographical politics. Now, in which geography do you have northwest, northeast, middle belt, southwest, south-south? Now, let us look at this south-south and southeast. How do you have southeast inside south-south? You can see the whole, the south-south here is colored by green. Please look at the screen whether the colors are represented well on the screen. Just don't check, don't worry, it's a recording. Everybody knows it's a recording. And the colors showing. Okay. Now, how do you have a region that is called southeast inside south-south? For goodness sake, you don't need a society to tell that this is mischievous. Now, but because of our ethnic inclination, ethnic mischief, ethnic greed, I want to do things by myself. I am interested in what benefits the Igbos alone. I'm interested in what benefits the Robo alone. I'm interested in what benefits the Akwa Ibom alone. We take our eyes off the greater danger of imbibing in this stupid geographical comfort of south-south, middle belt, southwest, and all of that. If we keep holding on to this caliphate description of ourselves, we will continuously be under the control and leadership of the caliphate. There is no two ways about it. There is no such thing as middle belt. Part of the middle belt is in the north, part of the middle belt is in the south. And then let's go forward. Now, let's go to where is the southeast. A lot of people say, Edo, I'm not southeast. I'm Delta, I'm not southeast. Southeast is just Igbo alone. I doff my hat for the person who created southeast, because the idea is this of carving the Igbos out, represented by this indigo color here, carving them out, and then you create an identity. By creating this identity of southeast for the Igbos, the rest of these people that circulate, that circles the southeast, that is Edo, Delta, Bayelsa, Rivers, Akwa Ibom, you can see the curve they made around the Igbo people. They begin to see these ones as different from them. Quite an ingenious plan. I doff my hat for who created this idea. All to continuously make us see ourselves as different people. That to me, I hope this video opens up our eyes, because we cannot continue to be manipulated by those who have less than half the IQ that we have. But they just know that divide these people, they will keep fighting among themselves. And somehow I begin to discover that we enjoy this fight among ourselves. We enjoy this fight among ourselves. And that to me is heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Now let's go further. So the title of this video is Who We Are, Where We Are. So the question is, who are we? Where are we? As an Yoruba man, where am I in the normal compass, in the normal geo compass? Now, earlier on I pointed out that we have 4 quadrants: the northwest, the northeast, the southwest, and the southeast. Now, it's very important that you pay attention at this, because this is where the crux of the problem of the people of the southeast is. It's very important that you pay attention here. Now, by my description of the 4 quadrants, this is what you will have. That means you should have Taraba, part of Benue, part of southeast. But if you notice the bottom part of the Nigerian map, you notice that it is not an exact square or something close to a square like you have in the northern part. And that is because the ocean has made the lower part of Nigeria to curve and eat southward. So to get the appropriate compass division of the southern part of Nigeria is for us to tilt this contour according to the proportion of the ocean eating into the south, making the south look as if it's beveled towards the southwest. So if we do that, we will have something like this. According to the proportion of the ocean eating into the lower part of Nigeria, because the map of Nigeria is such a complex shape that you need some mathematical calculation, which I have done, by the way. So you have to tilt this contour according to how the ocean has eaten into the lower part of the south. Doing it that way, you now have that the actual place you refer to as southeast is, yes, the 5 eastern states, which they know. They know, the people who designed the map and gave us these funny names, they know that the actual place you refer to as southeast is the whole of the 5 eastern states: Cross River, Akwa Ibom, Rivers, Bayelsa, Delta, and a significant portion of Edo State, amounting close to 70% of Edo State. A part of Kogi. The whole of Benue State is southeast. The whole of Taraba is southeast. Part of Nasarawa is southeast. Part of Plateau is southeast. Part of Adama is southeast. This is map description. This is the real map. This is the real description. This is who we are. This is where we are. If we keep fighting this reality, if we keep fighting this description, it's like we have resolved that we will continuously to make ourselves into infinitesimal minorities that it is available for the Nigerian Caliphate to control. And that I don't want. I have a prayer for my children that when I die, they stand tall in the face of the children of the Caliphate. Now, the Caliphate goes to sleep because they have sown this division in us. And they don't need to water it. We are watering this division for themselves. We are watering this division for themselves. I don't want to, the Igbos are confident that they are where they are. And then the other people are saying, okay, these people are different from us. We don't want to do it. We don't have anything to do with them. We don't want to have to do it with the Northerners. You must at this point try to forgive the people that have been wrongly labeled as Middle Belt. The greatest thing the most difficult thing to free from captivity is the mind. You can free the flesh from captivity, but it's very difficult to free the mind from captivity. The people of the Middle Belt, their mind have been captured. it will take more than just a TV illustration to free them. But this is who they are. They are Southeasterners. Now, how do Igbos call money? Ego. The Urhobos, they call money ego. The Yoruba and Igbo cannot be referring to the same thing in the same description if they don't have some sort of ancestral linkages. There are many other tribes that refer to money as ego or corrupted version of the word ego. So it clearly means that we have some sort of distant ancestral linkage. Even in Benue State, the Idoma, they refer to money as ego. So it clearly shows that somewhere, but the caliphate just came and sowed this seed of division, and to some extent we are comfortable with the fact that we must view ourselves in this way. So to wrap up this video, I want to tell us that for us to remain significant, we must first identify ourselves and agree who we are. The concept of Middle Belt, the concept of Midwest by Mr. Pedro Obaseki, the concept of South-South. For goodness sake, let's take a look at the South-South again. The whole of the green section is South-South. Circling South-East. How do you have a region inside a region? Is it geographically sensible? And these people, because they don't want to have anything to do with Igbo, they said, no, I am South-South. I don't want to join you. And then again, not because I want to always attack my people. You, the Igbo people, if you really want these people to align with you, you must begin to learn the idea of diplomacy. You must begin to learn the idea of talking people. Don't say, we have talked to them, they want to come, they want to come. That is arrogance. You must begin to find a way to diplomatically, because let me tell you, the power of the mind captivity that the caliphate has sown in this is stronger than your approach. I thank God that my Igbo brothers are the ones that have not been completely captured by the psychological manipulation of the caliphate. I thank God. But what I desire most from my Igbo brothers is that you learn the art of diplomacy, the art of penetrating people. It is easy just because you think you have more awareness and more inclination to the need for liberation or the need for freedom. You think ordinarily other people should automatically have it. It takes the grace of God for me and Roboman that the caliphate gave my son, Deputy Senate President. Yet I look beyond it to say, to hell with it, whether you give me Senate or not, I still hold on to my identity. You don't give me position to buy my conscience. You cannot, the caliphate cannot give me what ordinarily I should be giving to them, and then it buys my conscience. Which is what they are doing to us. Anytime they want the services of the Yoruba people, they give them vice president. Anytime they want the services of people, they give them this position. Whereas they hold on to the seat that determines what goes around, who dictates what, We are Southeasterners, or perhaps Southerners. We have the wealth. We should be determining who should become who in this country. We should not be the one going to appreciate people who give us position up to the point that we go down on our knees just because we believe that to gain relevance, it must be by the approval of the sons of caliphate. That is absolutely wrong. So we are Southerners. Who we are Easterners. Where are we? We are from the Southeast. I want to thank you seriously for watching this video. Please, this thing what I've discussed here today is a properly researched program, but as you will have it, there are people who want to turn everything to argumentation. It's okay, but it doesn't change what it is. Thank you very much for watching the video, and please, I welcome your comments in the comment section.